Hello everyone and welcome to Blaster Garage, where I take free or cheap foam blasters that I buy on the internet and then tinker with them to make interesting one-of-a-kind projects. Now this blaster that I'm going to show you today is the one that got me into the craft in the first place. It's what made me fall in love with modifying foam blasters when I never really thought of it before. Now, this should be an extra special treat for those of you who are crossover fans of foam blasters and Star Wars, because I am a giant Star Wars fan, and the reason I created this blaster was for a cosplay of one of the main protagonists of my own Star Wars fan fiction, Blood and Balance. It is a blaster with a lightsaber bayonet. Now, I went to great lengths to check and see if this had ever been done in the extended Star Wars universe. I couldn't find evidence of it at all, but it seems obvious to me because look at it. It actually does have a dueling ready lightsaber on it, made by X-Sabers. It still has the smooth swing sound effects when you move it around as well. So I'm going to take you through some of the features of it. And who knows, maybe it'll inspire some of you to make something similar for yourselves. So this started life as a Nerf Alpha Trooper, which some of you might have spotted the silhouette already despite the modifications. Now, unlike my Fury X video I just did, or most of the videos I've been doing on this channel, I'm not going to be doing a shooting demo of this because in its current state, it is full display only. Although I can remove this attachment, this lightsaber attachment, and the ammunition belt, because that is all enclosed within the CS6 magazine. So I actually can't attach that, and I maintain the functionality on the inside. So if I really want to shoot this thing, I can, but that's not really the intention. So let me take you through some of the features. Obviously, I have painted it. This is a jet black and fire opal color scheme. I just absolutely fell in love with this color. The other legendary weapon that pairs with this in the story is a lightsaber kanabo, a Japanese war club modified to be a lightsaber, and it has the exact same color scheme, so I kept that consistent with this. Wrapped the handle just so it wouldn't look stock, but too much besides that. Kept the folding stock from the Alpha Trooper because I really did like the folding stock look. The Alpha Trooper to me kind of looks like a pump-action G36 submachine gun. I guess that would be the closest I could find, but I did like the silhouette of it. But as many of you know that have ever owned an Alpha Trooper, this thing is super flimsy, even if you're just keeping it there for display purposes. So to make sure that it held a little bit tighter, these are fence mending braces. So this is a steel mending brace. Put two of these, one on each side. Put bolts through. The Oni on here is the insignia for the order in the story, and then I put a magnet on the side of the gun that holds that tight. So it still isn't a great stock if I wanted to fold it out and try to brace it against my shoulder to fire, but with those simple modifications, just the mending brace to stiffen it up a little bit and the magnet on the side, it's more than good enough just to sit there and look pretty. As I said, I maintain the functionality here, but I cut a PVC pipe in half, drilled these holes in it, and then bolted it to the top to give this sort of PPSH look and the MP5K style iron sight. This extended barrel, because the stock Nerf gun's barrel ends about here. This extended barrel is actually the aluminum body from the lightsaber that I took apart and basically cut down to the absolute minimum size to fit inside this attachment here. And it just happened to fit just about perfectly on top of that barrel. So that's integrated into the barrel shroud I put up here. These that sort of attach to this sort of midway junction, which is made out of a 4-bolt electrical conduit. You can just get it from the electronics aisle at Lowe's or Rona or Home Depot. And these are PEX fittings. So basically what I did was I took a thicker PVC pipe, drilled some big holes in it so that I could put bolts all the way through that PVC pipe. Then I shaved the inside of the PVC pipe so that I could still fit this barrel tightly through it. So then through the big holes on the other side, I fed those bolts all the way through these smaller holes, through the PEX fittings, and then into the bolt holes for the electrical conduit, and then just kind of shoved them in there, managed to tighten them and then just barely slid this in, so it actually helps to hold these tight as well. On the inside here, to give it kind of a clean finished look on the inside so that this isn't wobbling around, there's some insulating foam that's on the inside here that I painted black. The lightsaber attachment, this is a Nerf scope. I've completely forgotten what gun I actually got it off of, but I tried a bunch of different ways to attach the lightsaber bayonet housing, and none of them were working. None of them kind of had that clean, professional sort of finished look on them. Until I got a lot, like a $10 lot of just a garbage bag full of old Nerf guns. Some of them worked, some of them didn't. Bunch of random attachments, both standard Nerf and aftermarket. So I have no idea where this originally came from, but as soon as I took it out of the package, I was like, oh, that looks like the exact size of the lightsaber that I've been using for this. So it literally fits exactly in here. If this thing had been a millimeter thinner in diameter, then it wouldn't have worked, but it did, and I'm so happy with it. Because I bored out a hole here so that the Type-C charging port is still accessible for the lightsaber, and then there's another hole on the inside here that allows me to turn the lightsaber on and off so that I can ignite it without having to take this thing apart. And it just looks so freaking cool when it's ignited. And I absolutely love it. I wasn't sure if without the standard hilt assembly... Oh, I actually popped that off for a second here. Oops. I'll have to glue that back on when I'm done this video. Yeah, that won't be a big deal. Just a couple... Maybe I'll send a couple of little bolts through that just to make sure that it holds tighter, because the super glue clearly doesn't want to hold it by itself, but that's okay. So that is attached with bolts. I shaved the bottom of the scope, cut off the back of it so that the speaker for the smooth swing sound effects would still be there. This does have flash on clash as well, but I trust this thing to hold together when I'm just carrying it around or kind of swinging it around. I don't think I'd ever want to actually hit something with it, so I'll probably never see if the flash on clash still works. But anyways, I tried several different approaches for the magazine as well. If you're familiar with the Star Wars universe, not a whole lot of guns shooting bullets in it. There is some precedent for it. There's like the Verpine shatter guns, which is the direction I might go with this. I also might make it that these are like full metal jackets made out of Durasteel alloys so that they can actually have a kinetic force when they hit a lightsaber. They can't just be melted. I'm not 100% sure. I just wanted to make this thing belt fed, and I did that purely for rule of cool, and I'm going to work backwards from that in the lore to make it make sense. So I haven't 100% decided why it's like this. I just wanted it to be like this because look at it. So the way that I actually did this, I just put bolts right through the magazine here. There's also a couple bolts through here that I think penetrate the magazine, but this is super solid. It's not going anywhere. Now this is the belt feeder from, I want to say, an Insanity. I'm not 100% sure, but in one of those random lots, I got a belt like this. I got this belt, but I didn't actually get a gun that fits with it. So I don't know exactly what gun this is from. But once again, I saw that and I was like, oh, what if this thing was belt fed? And it just looks so freaking cool. So I painted it black. And for these tips here, I'll just give you a close-up of the detail because they look freaking awesome. The way I did that, these are actually decorative aluminum valve covers for a car. So I got these at Lordco. They cost about $3 for a pack of 4. And they can also be fitted onto plastic valve extenders, which once again cost like $3.50 for a pack from Lordco. So for each one of these, I took the plastic valve extender, just used a screwdriver to push it through the end. It just barely fits. And then I put this aluminum valve cover on the other side. And now they look really, really cool. They totally look like bullets. If I didn't tell somebody that this wasn't just like a decorative prop that I bought, I don't think you'd be able to tell. So this is my fantasy blaster, where once I was done this, I was just so sad that I was done because I had enjoyed the process so much, and I just kept on doing it as a hobby, and that's why Blaster Garage exists today. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this walkthrough. More to come.